welcome back.
Sick.
Take it away.
See you next Tuesday.
Ooh, my name's Ben.
My name's Annabel. I gotta rush.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Welcome back.
Is. I feel like these coming Tuesdays are like
So fun.
too many movies.
I agree, honestly. I'm overwhelmed. There's so many options.
You know, it's always like this towards the end of the year, towards Thanksgiving.
Very true.
We always get
some movie releases at Thanksgiving.
Content, yeah.
Let alone Christmas.
As I say, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that's like the heavy hitters. That's when all the award movies come out.
And we're here eating them up.
We are. We might have a little award show of our own. Who knows?
We might. Stay tuned.
Tune
in every week.
Except we are, because we literally talked about it on a previous podcast.
That's actually where we got the idea.
But it's coming up soon.
Exactly. Mark your calendars.
And then but yeah, so like a lot of movies have come out, and are coming out soon.
Yes. Tis the season.
We are here today to talk about one of those movies.
One of those big movies, a big movie going event, I would argue.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Quite an event.
Yes.
Quite a violent event, if you will.
Quite a bloodthirsty, sexy event.
And the way that we're hinting to it is if it's not in the title.
That's actually why you clicked on this video or clicked on this Spotify link.
Yes. But we watched Gladiator II recently.
Last night, both of us.
Yes, last night, both of us.
On a Monday.
It's release night. On a Monday. Because it's Tuesday.
Yes. So you're getting this. This is an exclusive.
She's fresh.
She's fresh and raw.
Right out of the fridge.
Right out of the oven.
That's a better thing than what I said.
No, you made her in advance. And you stored her in the fridge, but she's still fresh. We're having leftovers, but they're still fresh. Wait, that's good. That's really good. I see what you did there. Came out of the oven in 2000, fresh out of the fridge, 2024.
Well, like we said, this is Gladiator 2, so it is in fact a sequel.
Which not everyone may know. You may have just seen the ad and totally ignored the 2 in the middle. Just thought, some Roman numerals for fun. For context, setting the scene.
We love Rome.
I love Rome, the mise en scene. We love numbers.
Rome. We love Roman numerals.
Exactly. And then you come to discover that it is in fact a direct sequel to the 2000 movie, and that you maybe should watch that if you haven't before you go and see the sequel.
So let's I feel like maybe talk about the original quick.
Sure.
Like a quick about the original.
Russell
Came out in
Crowe.
2000. Russell Crowe is in it. And so is Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
And it's sort of about a gladiator who is
Russell
basically forced to fight because he there's like a mark put out on his name against the son of the king, because the king wanted to give Russell Crowe the heir to the throne, but the son did not. So the son killed his father and put a mark out on Russell Crowe's name, and he basically fights his way to get revenge.
And boy,
that's
does he
Gladiator
fight.
1. And he does.
He does.
It came out in 2000.
It did. When did you watch it for the first time?
So I definitely watched it growing up. Not when it came out. I was not 3 years old and watching Gladiator. I want to say probably early teens.
Okay.
Mid-teens, about maybe like early high school or like middle school.
Gotcha.
I love Gladiator. I think it's so good.
I know. You did text while you were watching it and said, "I love the Roman Empire," unironically.
I think about the Roman Empire because I think about Gladiator.
Absolutely, sure.
And when did you first watch Gladiator, Annabel?
It's hard to think all the way back. I did, in fact, first watch Gladiator 48 hours ago.
Yes, but I didn't really give you much about it. I just told you that it is story driven. It's not just we're gonna fight.
Because to be honest, that's what I'd managed to avoid it all these years. Because I said, men in metal fighting, I get it.
You need to talk about your issue growing up that you currently still have.
Okay, I'm a lot better.
You are a lot better. I will agree. But it still plagues you to this day.
It does. And honestly, it's not my fault. I'm susceptible to advertising.
I'm
very susceptible to advertising. So if I see an ad, well, back in the day, if I were to see an ad for something aimed at girls, lots of pink, lots of fun, I'd say, ooh, that's up my alley, that's for me. And then I'd see something aimed towards boys or men, and I'd say, not my lane, babe, and I would avoid it like the plague.
Hence why
Gladiator, I was like, okay, bro film, just like men fighting men.
Which it is.
It is.
You're not
and
wrong.
You look at the poster, that doesn't look like it's for women.
Why does it have to be for men and women? Why can't it just be for everyone?
Okay, talk to the advertising team. That's all I'm saying.
That was your issue with Big Time Rush.
It was, because they promoted it as a boys' show.
But, like, tell me that that's not the greatest.
Oh, it's incredible, and it's very up my alley. So, I'm not saying that my approach is correct. I'm, in fact, saying it's incorrect, but I am, unfortunately, colored by advertising.
Yeah. And so I'm
turning over a new leaf.
Was, in fact, going to watch Gladiator II without having seen Gladiator 1. I would not let her do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
When you said it's a sequel, I said, what do you mean? What do you mean? I thought it was like Gladiator Next Generation. But no.
Yes, it is in fact a direct sequel to the first one.
And I am quite glad I watched the original.
Yes.
After seeing the second one, because there's a lot of connection.
There is quite a lot of connection, and it is almost like they bring up a lot of things from the first one without giving context.
Oh, they do. It's like watching a Marvel movie when you haven't seen the 70 before, and not knowing a thing that's going on.
And then I'm
not
just
speaking from personal experience.
Oh, hey, in this movie.
I'm like, what?
But no, do you want to give a little brief?
No.
Okay.
I'm a woman. I can't.
I would love to.
This is your lane.
I'm going to be vague though, because this is a recent movie. I'm not going to give spoilers away. A lot of people might have just seen Wicked this weekend.
They haven't seen Gladiator yet. Yeah.
Because this movie,
the girlies went to see Wicked. The boys went to see Gladiator.
It's so true. It's the Glicked. It's the Barbenheimer.
It really is. See, like the gender binary is alive and well in advertising. May I just say? And thank God, I will do nothing if not reaffirm it.
Yeah, but no. So yeah, I'm gonna be vague. I don't want to give spoilers because it'll have only been out for 4 days, and I don't think that that's fair.
It's not to the non-cinephiles.
No, but I will go from spoilers from the first one because that's been out for 24 years.
And it would be crazy if people haven't seen that yet.
So this movie is actually set 16 years after the first movie, and we are now following Russell Crowe's character's son, who had been sort of hidden from the Roman Empire because they knew that he was the heir to the throne and they wanted to keep him safe.
Yeah. His secret son.
Yes, he is kept hidden in a small town that is taken over by the Roman Empire, and he's brought in to be sort of a enslaved fighter. That's what he is, and he's owned by a very
sexy
rich man who sort of like bets on these fights even though he knows he's going to win to like get more money. And on top of it, there is a lot of reunions from the first movie.
Absolutely.
And it is ultimately his son trying to like, I want to say trying to live up to his father's legacy.
I agree.
Yes, while also trying to get revenge on someone, I will spoil, who kills his wife.
Yes.
And that
happens at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that's basically the plot, honestly.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot happens.
It's a 2.5 hour movie. You'll find a lot happens. Yeah. Which was one of the things that deterred me from watching the first one, to be completely honest.
Yes, they're both long. They're both 2.5, I think, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, and so I think we have to start out, and I think we have to say...
Cast goes crazy.
Cast goes crazy.
And it really does.
This is crazy cast.
Insane.
We start out with heaviest of all hitters.
Yeah. Irish men.
Irish King.
I was trying to think, like, what have they... Irish Rose. Paul Mescal.
Paul Mescal.
Paul Mescal. Academy Award nominee, Paul Mescal.
And let me say... a lot of people are saying that they believe he'll get a second nomination for this movie.
And you know what? I believe it too.
I believe it too.
If he's following in his papa's footsteps, Russell.
Oh, absolutely. Russell Crowe won the Oscar for Best Actor.
Will Paulie win it this year?
I can see it happening.
Who's he up against? What else came out this year?
So the frontrunners that I've seen for Best
Cynthia
Actor.
Erivo.
Of course. Timothée Chalamet in A Complete Unknown.
Yes, okay, sure.
I've seen Ralph Fiennes for Conclave.
Oh my god, yeah, I still need to see Conclave.
I know, I've been meaning to watch it.
I almost went to see it last week and then didn't want to leave
I almost watched it last week too, and then I didn't.
Okay.
But
we hate Ray.
My dad really, really wants to see it because he heard it's apparently amazing, and Ralph Fiennes
I've heard great things.
Apparently phenomenal as
well.
well.
Yeah, so. I love him. He's great.
He's incredible.
Does he have an Oscar? English Patient?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to say he has more than one Oscar. He definitely has one for The English Patient because I wrote a script based off The English Patient when I was in film school.
I thought you were going to say it because I wrote The English Patient.
No, I loved The English Patient so much that I wrote my own version of The English Patient.
I love that.
Which is so ridiculous.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Did he not win?
I don't think he's won at all.
Really?
He has 2 nominations though. English
Patient and what?
This one's gonna...
Grand Budapest Hotel?
Girl. Schindler's List.
Oh, so true. So true. Also, second week in a row that Schindler's List is coming up on the pod.
We love Schindler's
List.
We should do a Schindler's List episode.
We should. You know what? I have seen it. I don't remember a thing.
I feel the same way. I've seen it.
Definitely have seen it. I remember the coat on the poster.
We should do like a
Holocaust episode?
No. No. I was gonna say we should do like a series where we're like revisiting something that we've seen, but it's been forever.
And we don't remember a thing.
And maybe we do a little cinema at first sight where we film half of it and we talk about what we remember, how we felt about it.
Ooh.
And then we watch it and then we talk about it.
That's so fun. Ben, put it in the notes.
Let me put it in the notes.
We generate our best podcast ideas while live on air in front of you guys. But yeah, that's crazy he doesn't have one. So honestly, give him one. But also love Paulie.
No, I know.
He has
and I'm excited to see maybe the nominations. They are announced January 17th, I believe.
Absolutely.
And the day we're filming this, not the day it comes out, is 100 days until the Oscars.
Oh my God. Wait, that's soon.
It's
a third of a year.
It's very soon.
Less than.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see. I hope Paulie gets a little nom.
I hope Paulie gets a nom. I hope
he's so young to be.
That's the thing. To be a 2-time nominee. Same for Timothy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, if Timothy won, that'd be crazy.
I don't want him to. I don't think. Not
yet.
We
haven't even seen A Complete Unknown.
No. That's true. I want him to win. I just don't want him to peak early right now.
But I think we need to watch the movie.
We do,
first.
in fact, need to watch the film. That's true. But just for career, I want Ralph Fiennes to win because that's crazy he hasn't got one.
Fine, that's fair.
Yeah.
I hate legacy wins.
That's true. Yeah, you know what? I'll watch the movie.
Legacy wins make me angry. So
that's fair.
We need to be unbiased, and we need to watch a complete
you're right.
And Conclave. Right. We need to watch Conclave because what if he's shit?
No, literally, I come back and I'm like, that's the worst performance I've ever seen.
But yeah, so Paulie's in this movie. On top of that, we have Denzel Washington.
We do. Really good actor.
His owner. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. Denzel's kind of good.
He's pretty good. I believed him.
I actually was like, somebody should put this man in more movies.
Literally someone high. If he doesn't have an agent.
Get him now.
Get him
Lock him down before he's too big.
You heard it here first.
There's this up and coming actor, Denzel Washington.
Yeah, budding man.
Yeah, Annabel and I both had an epiphany.
We really did. Separately. We saw this movie separately.
We did.
But I had previously, I'm not going to speak for you, because what if I say something controversial and you don't want to co-sign that?
Hop on that train.
Exactly. I had previously felt that Denzel Washington was a little overrated. Just because, like, obviously everyone knows him. He's renowned. He's famous. He's acclaimed. But I'd seen him and a lot of things I'm like, sure. It's not like I watch things and I say he's terrible, but I'm like, yeah, okay, he's there. Come on, babe, give us nothing. A little. Hint of the come on, babe, give us nothing. In this first scene, I said, whoa. Okay, Denzel's clocked in. Denzel's here. He's shown up. And he's great. He's really, really good. He kills in this movie.
Yeah.
And I say, you know what? I think I get what the hype's about. This man's really good.
So I feel like mine is similar, but I don't think I've thought about Denzel Washington enough
to think he's overrated.
Say that he's overrated.
Okay.
So that never crossed my mind. However,
yeah,
I definitely never even thought about Denzel Washington. Like,
honestly,
never crossed my mind. And I've seen a ton of movies with him in it. And yeah, I've never been like,
that's the thing. He's prolific. He's everywhere. We've known about him our whole lives because he's just been around.
Yeah. But I've never thought after watching a movie, wow, what a performance.
100%.
Yeah.
Until this one.
Until I walked out of Gladiator II.
Yeah. What the hell?
Best supporting actor, maybe?
Give it to him.
The way that I think he could win.
He could. Has he?
Easily.
He's got an Oscar?
No, that man has 10 nominations and 2 wins.
Cool. That's 10 nominations is crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
I guess he
doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it. He doesn't need a third Oscar. But
he doesn't need it, but I think he could take it because his performance is stellar.
Incredible. Really, really good actor, Denzel Washington.
Yes. I watched that and I said, that's talent.
Yeah, 100%.
I was like actually shocked.
No, he's locked and clocked in. He was charming. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
Genuinely, like, blew me away, and that's wild because it's Denzel Washington.
It was one of the best parts of the movie.
I agree.
His performance.
I agree. And honestly, as a whole, the performance in this film killed. Everyone was really, really good.
I agree. Absolutely. On top of that, we've got some smaller performances from Pedro Pascal.
Oh my god, yeah. I love Pedro Pascal.
Love him.
Everyone does.
He's got such a I have a controversial statement to make.
Yes.
I think he's kind of not that attractive.
Yeah.
He's not ugly by any means.
Yeah.
But I see like people like fawning over him, and I don't
personality.
See that. That's the thing. I think
he has such a charisma about him.
Oh my god, you stole the word right out of my mouth. I was gonna say he's so charismatic on screen. He has such an energy to him.
Yeah.
That I just like can't help but be like, oh my god, I love watching you.
And I love roles where I'm able to root for him because he is so good and so versatile. And he's great at playing villains, which is wild because he's the most likable man on the planet.
Exactly, yeah.
So in this, I was like, yes.
That's the thing is like he's somewhat of a villain in this, but not quite.
No, and like I'm not going to spoiler alert.
Yeah, there are.
At a point, I really rooted for him.
Yes, that's why like he's so charming that it's even when he is a villain, you're not necessarily rooting against him.
100%.
I love him in this. I love Pedro Pascal in general.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm so excited for The Last of Us season 2, which is coming out soon.
I'm actually so close to finishing season 1.
You should probably finish season 1.
Yeah.
When's the last time you watched season 1?
Last year.
You know what? We should rewatch it from the start.
You know what? That's actually genuinely what I need, because I was really into it and then I fell off and now I'm like, I don't fully remember where I'm up to. Yeah. That's my problem with starting again. But yes,
I think we could do a little pod about it because it's like its own story.
So right.
We could rewatch it together and then do a little pod episode about it before the second season comes out.
Are there lesbians in it?
Of course.
See, I haven't even got to the lesbians.
So there's like a dash of lesbians in this season. Yeah. I'm gonna assume season 2 is like full on.
Okay, yeah.
Because Isabella Merced is in fact cast as her lover.
Wait, shut up.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Okay, I love that. I saw like The Gays.
Yes.
And that episode slaughtered. Amazing. Worth the hype. Nick Offerman blew me away. Did we watch that together?
We did. We watched all of the episodes together.
We didn't.
Except the ones that you didn't finish.
I feel like you not necessarily...
Well, so no, what I did was I watched them by myself.
Okay.
And then when you were going to watch them, I watched them with you.
Gotcha. So it was me.
But then we just never watched the last 3 or 4.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. But I think we should, let's rewatch them.
Let's do that. Because he kills in that.
Yeah.
As a stoic little man with a heart of gold.
Truly, he always kills. Love Pedro.
And also, everyone I know who has like tangentially like worked with him or known him has said that he's like the nicest man on the planet.
Yeah.
And like so gracious and like lovely to up and comers. Like I am in love with the man.
And that's how I've heard of. I've known some people who've met him too.
Yeah,
and said the exact same thing. He's so just like kind to like fans.
Yeah, and like. What event was it? It was like the Golden Globes or something. I remember the interviewer was horrible and the only good interview was the one with Pedro Pascal because he was so charming and fun and silly.
Yeah.
And drunk.
Love that.
I love it.
And then we've got Joseph Quinn of Stranger Things fame.
Yes. And of Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place Day One
fame.
Which is maybe the only thing I've seen him in.
I think it might be.
I think it also might be, but I'm not sure.
Wild.
No. I've seen the Johnny Flynn Les Mis.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Apparently he's in that.
Okay.
I don't recall him in it, but he's in it.
The first thing that I saw him in where I knew who he was Stranger Things, but I think I've seen like little stuff with him before that.
Sure,
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's great in Stranger Things.
He's really good in this.
He's really good in this. Really good in this.
That's the thing is cast goes crazy and they're all so good.
They're all so good.
It was just a very like well crafted cast.
It was. No, yeah, when Joseph Quinn was on screen, I said, "Oh, he commands the screen. What a little presence." I wouldn't want to mess with him, but also he was silly sometimes, and I said, "Oh, that's fun."
Yeah, for somebody who's very new to the world.
No, yeah. Honestly, like
people Same with Paul.
Was very true. I was thinking that just like when they were having scenes with people, I was like, wow, that's like wild. I can't imagine being on a set and being like relatively new and being opposite these Hollywood heavyweights and having to do that.
Paul especially is very
we haven't even talked about his performance yet. Properly.
Like as an actor, he's been in very small indie roles, and that's it.
That's true. Yeah, this is his first like blockbuster.
Yeah,
because like not many people saw Aftersun,
which is
wild.
The thing that everyone probably might have seen him in is Normal People, which again is a small budget indie television show.
Yeah.
So I think that for him to like be so present and like captivating in such a big movie is...
and also like carry the weight of the franchise and like all of that. Like he's the front man of this massive franchise that won an Oscar, that has an Oscar winning actor at the helm. Like that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And he absolutely stepped up and absolutely slaughtered, literally.
It's very like movie star trait.
Very much so. Yeah, I was like, oh, he's up to the challenge. And this is like a very different role for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
One,
I mean,
he's
it's
English.
still a tortured man.
Sure. But it's a tortured man on the big screen who fights.
Yes, with a lot of money behind him.
This is moneyed. This is cashed up Paul Mescal.
And I love that he didn't actually like work out too much to train for this.
Didn't he?
It wasn't like horrible, like the routines that you see like for other
like
actors in like a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
It was not nearly as bad. Man looks amazing.
He looks incredible.
His thighs are massive.
Oh yeah.
And he is.
Paul's thighs are infamous.
Yes, he is a massive dude.
A little honking man.
He's incredible.
He loves
truly
Sweet Green.
So good.
Yeah.
And then on top of the cast, we have Fred Hechinger's in it.
Yes. Yes.
Of White Lotus fame, I feel like for most people
is probably the like most mainstream thing that like a ton of people watched.
Yeah.
That he plays a major. He was in. I don't know how many people watched it. You know that Netflix movie?
Yeah.
The
Fear
three
Street.
ones. Yeah.
And that's my thing is like I could name a bunch of things that people probably have seen but would not remember him in.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yes.
Because he's in Pam and Tommy.
Yeah.
8th Grade.
Yep.
Is another thing that he's in. The Woman in the Window.
Yep. Yep.
News of the World.
Yes. What is the name? Thelma?
Yep. Thelma. Yep. So like he's in a lot.
If you saw Thelma, you'd know who he is, obviously. But not everyone saw it. So.
And like that's my thing is like not a lot of people saw Thelma.
Yeah.
But like 8th Grade, a lot of people
saw, but you may not walk away from that movie and say Fred Hechinger's.
Remember him. Yep.
Yeah. Especially if you saw it at the time.
That's why I think like White Lotus is probably the biggest
thing that you'd be able to talk about. Well, yeah, my dad and I watched White Lotus together, season 1, and he was like, that kid, I love him. Like that was his big takeaway from season 1, that he loved Fred Hechinger.
He's funny as heck.
He's so funny.
He's in Kraven the Hunter coming out with Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Stay clocked. Stay locked.
But I remember him in, I think the first time I ever like remembered him. Oh my God. First of all, I just saw something that blew my mind, but I'm going to finish my statement is, I remember him being in, barely in it, but like in it for 2 seconds, I think, is Vox Lux.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being in that.
But you know who I'm looking at this now, and you know who I don't remember being in Vox Lux?
Who?
But is Christopher Abbott.
I don't remember him being in that either.
I didn't. He's a journalist.
Oh. Honestly, that movie is like killer bomb. Sensory overload. There was a lot going on. I need to rewatch it and actually just like see who's in it.
I've seen it twice, 3 times.
I've only seen it once.
But yeah. But his first movie was 8th Grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. You know what?
So,
he seems like Bo Burnham would have plucked him.
Yeah. Sure.
That makes sense for him.
Yeah, that was his first ever movie.
What a killer first movie.
He is in Gladiator II.
He is.
Him and Joseph Quinn play the Emperors.
Yes.
And
Fred Heshinger is kind of like Court Jester vibes.
Yes.
He's crazy. He's silly.
Sort of like the stupid one.
Yes. And also just the way that they made him look, quite truly revolting, actually.
Oh, it was bad.
It was wild. He made his face often made me feel sick.
I loved his monkey, though.
Oh, I loved his monkey. And what a film for monkeys.
What a film for monkeys. There were so many monkeys.
There were so many. Wicked? They gave it a run for its money.
They said, this is the week of monkeys.
This is the week of monkeys. That's actually...
Why are there monkeys in both of those movies?
Why are monkeys literally dominating the box office this weekend? That's
Happy Thanksgiving.
Crazy. Happy Thanksgiving.
No, I loved Joseph Quinn and Fred Heshinger in this as the Emperors.
Their little vibe was so different but so fun together.
I was gonna say I liked their relationship, their dynamic between the two of them.
Me too.
I thought it was fun.
So fun. And then occasionally you'd see like Joseph Quinn be a little silly, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, so that's like, oh, we get it, you're brothers.
We
that makes
get
sense.
it. Yeah.
One thing that did shock me, and this shocked me when we were in the opening credits.
Yes.
I was like, what is Matt Lucas being in this movie?
Crazy. Honestly, I didn't clock it in the opening credits, so when he showed up, I said, Matt Lucas.
Yeah. I saw it in the opening credits and I said, must be a different Matt Lucas.
Must be a different one.
Can't be the same one.
It in fact was.
It was.
Star of Little Britain, Matt Lucas.
Star of Bridesmaids.
Sure.
That is my go-to for Matt Lucas.
Really? Have you seen Little Britain?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I grew up on Little Britain, so that's like how I got to know him. But
I mean, that's his show, so
yeah, him and David. I can't get Schwimmer out of my head. It's obviously not.
It's not.
It's not. It's on. David. What's his face?
Williams.
What?
David Williams.
David Williams. Yes.
But
also Matt Lucas hit on my friend.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm not going to name names, but they matched on a dating app, and then, but apparently like Matt Lucas was super super lovely.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, just like he must have a crazy age range on his app.
I believe it.
My friend was 20 at the time, so that's wild.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But still love Matt Lucas.
He has a very small part in this.
He does.
He's like the announcer.
Yeah, he's just like a silly little foppish announcer.
Master of Ceremonies is his title.
And he was.
And there is one other person in this movie. I am not going to say who, but somebody from the original movie does return. Looking great.
No, literally looking phenomenal.
Aged so well.
Fine wine.
Because I don't know if I've seen them
in anything since.
I'm sure I have, but it hasn't hit me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a fun little thing that happened.
That was super and thank God I watched the first movie.
Yeah, that's the thing is like they show the reveal expecting you to know.
Yeah, and the thing is I know I would have watched it and said like this means something.
Yes, because they make it like a big moment.
Yeah.
They like hide the face for so long.
Yeah. I would have been like, and who is that? And who's that?
I feel like before we move on to maybe like the plot or like anything, I think it's my time to give you who was in the running.
Oh, please do. Let's hit me with it.
I know you love these.
Oh, I love it. And I never.
Would you like to make any guesses? Of who was up against Paul Mescal? Surprisingly, no. There were 5 men in total, including Paul, that had met with Ridley Scott for the role. Okay.
Do they make sense?
3 of them do. One of them makes sense, but if you actually think about it, I cannot imagine it ever happening. Yeah.
Okay. Are they like brickmen?
That's the 3. The one is not.
Okay. Harris Dickinson.
No. That'd be great though.
Yeah.
Also, only one of them is English.
Oh. Are the others American?
Yes.
Okay, we've never had an American gladiator. Let's not change it now.
Okay, but we've never had... First of all, it's set in Rome.
Okay, sure.
And second of all, we've never had an English gladiator.
That's true. Yeah, even though they're all putting on English accents. Americans. Who's famous in America?
I feel like you would definitely guess one of these and then the other, the non-brick man. Yep.
What?
That's the one. That's what I thought you would guess too.
I'm so sorry. I could fight him.
That's the one where I'm like, oh, I can see why he would meet with him, but if you actually think about him playing that role, in what world?
Absolutely not. I could take him down.
There's no world where Timothée Chalamet would play that.
Yeah.
Is he gonna bulk up?
Yeah, and I don't want to see that. Like, that's scary.
The world doesn't want that.
I don't need a brick Timothy. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the non-brick person.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, it makes sense just because he's Timothée Chalamet, but like wild.
I think that you might not guess the other 3.
Austin Butler.
There you go. Good work.
I'm just going to Dune
that's one of them. That's one of them. Well, the other 2 are not in Dune.
Damn it.
So.
Have they been nominated for an Oscar?
One definitely has not. One might have been. I don't remember.
Lucas Hedges.
No. Also, brick?
No, I mean, I'm not picking a brick. Well, Austin Butler's not a brick.
I think he's a bit of a brick of a man. He's muscular.
He is, but he's like lean and muscular.
Okay, well the other two,
but he could brick up if he needed to. I think
the other two are more of a brick, and neither one of them has an Oscar, nor do they have a nomination.
Are they good?
I like them both. Yes.
Robbie and Mel.
That's a crazy call. No. More famous than him. Like, they make sense to be called, I think. Although one of them is not that famous, not huge.
What's the age on them?
They're both like 30.
I fear I don't know anyone who's 30.
I fear
Dacre
you
Montgomery.
only know people who are 30 because we've done teenage casting where you only cast 30-year-olds.
That's true, but now mentally I'm like in the 40s. Like, sure, I was about to say Chase Crawford. Like, it's not Chase Crawford.
The one is Miles Teller.
Shut up, really?
Yeah. Can you imagine? I can see it.
I can see it. And also, when you said Miles Teller, mentally, I went to Milo Manheim.
Not Milo Manheim? 30?
Just mentally, I jumped there and I said, whoa.
30-year-old Milo Manheim.
Crazy. No, Miles Teller, honestly, yeah, I could see, yeah.
I can see it.
I can see that.
And the last one is Richard Madden.
Oh, okay.
Which I can see it.
I can see it. Yeah.
I love Richard Madden.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
However, I don't know if he has the ability to carry a blockbuster on his back.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, I do love him.
Done though, so nobody's given him a chance to. So.
That's very true. Though, like, no one had given Paulie the chance to, and when I heard that was happening, I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that made sense.
Yes, it was just, like, natural, I feel like. Yeah. I feel like out of those four, I think who I would want to see is Austin Butler. I would too.
Honestly, Miles Teller would make sense to me
Miles
as
Teller
well.
would be my second pick. I mean, after the Bike Riders, I am like, ride or die Austin Butler.
For Austin Butler, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Catch you before the Bike Riders saying this? Not in a million years.
I would have been disgusted. That's my Sydney Sweeney.
That's so true. That's so true. See, I've always liked Austin.
I have not.
Look, he killed it, Elvis, even though he became Elvis.
Even though his name is Elvis now.
You mean Elvis Presley?
Yeah, he met with Elvis Presley to give him the role.
I love Elvis Presley, star of Gladiator.
Truly. But I think I would love to see Austin play the part of Lucius.
Yeah.
But no, so what did you think of, like, some other aspects of the movie that are beyond the cast and beyond...
I found the... Did you say beyond the plot?
No, tell me about the plot. Because you were about to say.
I found the plot really, really compelling.
Yes.
Like, that is what... I found it more compelling than the first one.
See, that's what I think is such a draw card for me for the first one, is I find the plot of the first one so compelling. With, like, the idea of, like, killing the king for power and then being exiled and finding revenge in the first one. I find that such an interesting plot compared to, like, a lot of these Roman,
like, fighty Roman movies.
Yeah, they're not as well made, well written.
It's just like
not as deep.
The fighting is the be all and end all, and they will like put together any plot around that to try and
just
justify
to get it. Yeah. Whereas these, I feel like
it's justified. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Definitely, like, I liked the plot of the first one. That is why I stuck it out. But
you're right. This is such a compelling plot as well.
Such a compelling plot, and I liked the, like, legacy aspect.
I was gonna say,
I think that like really did it for me.
They carried it from the first one so well.
Yes, 100%.
Like, a story built from the first one it was so well done.
Yeah.
I think that was really good to see. I've seen some people, like, complain online about, like, sort of the, like, historical inaccuracies.
What? I mean, yeah, of course.
And I said, I didn't know I was going to watch a documentary on the Roman Empire.
Yeah. And I actually wouldn't be watching a documentary.
I thought I was about to watch Paul Mescal in a skirt fight a monkey.
Yeah, and I did. And I did.
That's what I went to the movie for.
No, fully. And got that in spades.
Yeah. So that's what, like, the people who, like, that was like their qualm with the movie was
grow up.
I'm just like, then watch
documentaries
David
exist,
Attenborough talk about, like, the history of Rome. And
also, who is actually going to Gladiator 2 and expecting historical accuracy?
I cannot imagine.
That's on you. Like, that's embarrassing if that's what you're expecting.
Yeah, I'm
expecting cinema.
Also, I would love to know how many people are seeing this not knowing it's a sequel.
I would hope a few.
To make yourself feel better.
Yeah. The 2 is kind of hidden.
Now, the title of the movie is Gladiator II.
Okay, sure. But, like, say before you even went on AMC, like, if you just looked at the poster, the little 2 behind it is kind of hidden. That's when by the time I got to AMC booking stage, I knew.
But wouldn't you look at the, because if, say, the 2's hidden behind the words, it is, and you ignore it and you see the title Gladiator, wouldn't something in you, I feel like even if you haven't seen the movie Gladiator, you've heard of it.
Oh, no. Like, I knew.
And so you're going to be like, there's another Gladiator?
Yeah, and that's what I did. You know, like, remakes are happening all the time. It was 24 years ago. I thought it was a remake or, like, something based on the thing, but they've made a new version. Like
a revival.
Yeah, like, I genuinely thought it was, like, the Craft Legacy.
Sure.
I had no idea that it was going to be a direct sequel.
Yeah.
I think because it had been 24 years, I was like, surely it's not a sequel.
I'm curious if they have plans to make a third one.
That's true. And will it take 24 years?
I think that they should maybe stray from that. I don't think we need it.
I don't think we need it. I don't think I want it.
I don't think I want it.
Yeah, I'm good. Leave it at 2.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that this is a good way to end it, too. They didn't necessarily have anything truly
up in the air that we really needed resolved.
Pushed it, yeah.
Yeah.
But
every end that they tied, great. Every end that they didn't, like, we can fill in the blanks. I'm sick. I'm good.
But the thing is, I'm sure that they would be able to, like,
pull a third one out of their ass if they needed to. Plot. And I fear they might, because I'm sure it's going to do well commercially.
Sure. Which I was literally thinking, I have not looked at critics for this movie at all.
Neither have I.
I never.
Because we're critics.
It didn't even cross my, because we're the
critics right here.
It didn't even cross my mind to do that because I walked out of that theater and I said, oh my God, so fun.
No, literally, I had the time of my life. I was loving every minute. The woman next to me was screaming and hyperventilating, so that really added to the ambiance. And I said, everyone's loving it.
I completely forgot to tell you. There was a group of women behind me in the theater.
In the theater for Gladiator? Did they get lost on the way to
Wicked? Every time Paul said something inspirational, I would just hear, I know that's right. Every single time.
It was so like funny.
The line where he's like, yes, unironically. Like the line where he talks about, like, even though, like, he's here to fight, like, it's still his own will or something like that. He doesn't have control of his will or something. And I know that's right. I was like, oh my God.
That's
and people
so
were, like,
funny.
Snickering after she would say it.
That's literally so funny.
I loved her.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
That's right.
But critics, so audience gave it an 83%, with
pretty
500
good.
plus ratings.
Pretty good.
And then critics with 272 reviews, which is quite a lot.
That's quite a lot. Calm down.
It's sitting at 72.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so
a
it's
no
fresh.
Cinderella
it's
story.
certified fresh.
All right. Was Fresh certified fresh?
What a random question.
Okay, Daisy, Paulie, I always
it was in fact certified fresh. It was.
Interesting.
It has an 82%.
What? Fresh has 82% of Rotten Tomatoes? What? Why?
It does.
The ass eating film? That's crazy. Cool.
Would you like to guess what Gladiator has?
92.
80.
Oh, what? Fresh beat Gladiator?
Yeah, with less reviews.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It only has 216.
that's still too many for it to have like an 82 or whatever it's got. 86?
So wait, no, Gladiator is 260 with an 80%.
Okay.
Fresh has an 82%.
Yep.
With 208 reviews.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what? Like, Fresh was camp and like kind of fun. I didn't have a bad time. I wouldn't say it's a good film.
Sebastian's great.
He's great. Daisy's there. Arseless.
Daisy's right there.
She's right
looking
there,
beautiful.
Isn't she? She looks so stunning.
She's really pretty.
She's really, really pretty. Oh, look at that frame. She's really, really pretty. Oh, look at her outfit.
She's really pretty.
She's really, really pretty.
She looks really good in that outfit.
She looks really good in that outfit. But yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. However, I see some Oscar nominations for this movie in the future.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I think I hope Paul will get a nomination.
I really hope he does.
More of a me
It was
thing.
so good. Also, yeah. He was such a good little Englishman.
Yeah.
I believed it.
I hope Denzel gets a nomination as well.
Give it to Denzel.
And then I could maybe see Ridley getting a nomination.
Sure. Yeah.
And maybe a Best Picture nomination, honestly.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's possible. But yeah, I think that it was also, speaking of the lack of historical accuracy, I think they took weird things and sort of threw it in there and like made it fun.
No, I agree. This was a lot more fun than the first one.
Yeah.
I would say. I think they knew that some of the girlies were coming too.
Maybe.
They want to make it a little fun.
But like, that's the thing. Okay, does not pass the Bechdel test.
Not remotely, neither does the first one.
I don't even think there's two named women characters. No, there is his wife. His wife.
Yeah, but she dies in the first 10 minutes of the film.
And then we've got that, no spoilers, but we've got like a housemaid or like something.
Yeah.
Who I don't think has a name. But,
no. Oh, no, this like fails abysmally, Bechdel test-wise.
But not every movie has to... That's the Bechdel test.
No, I agree. Honestly, like, also a movie passing the Bechdel test doesn't make it a good film, necessarily, and also doesn't make it a feminist film necessarily.
Not in any means,
at all.
Yeah.
Like, that's a crazy test.
There could be
Bechdel,
like
love
the
you,
most,
babe, but like crazy test.
The most misogynistic movie that's all women.
100%.
I'm sure they're out there.
You can be misogynistic without talking about men.
Yeah.
You can negate other women to their face.
Yeah.
And I will.
But
no.
Yeah, it does not pass the Bechdel test. You can also
make a feminist movie with... No, you can't. You probably can't make a feminist movie without women. A bunch of men talking about how great women are. That's crazy. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Men talking.
Yeah, we had women talking. Let's see men talking.
But no, yeah, I think they like made it more fun. They made some of the fight scenes like... I feel like the fight scenes in the first ones are just very like by the book and like what you'd expect.
These had some outside of the box fighting scenes. No spoilers. I'm just gonna say monkey.
I'm gonna say monkey. I'm gonna say ocean.
I'm gonna say ocean. Like, I was compelled. I said, "Oh, you made fighting interesting," and that's crazy because I see an action movie and a fight scene. I go, okay, we got it. Blood, man, punchy, I get it.
Yeah.
This one I didn't get and I loved that.
Okay, now I have a really important question for you.
Yes.
Would you show this movie mercy or no mercy?
Oh my god. Well, I'm so glad you asked.
Should we reveal on the count of 3 if we would give it mercy or no mercy?
I think we should. If you're an audio listener, tune into the video in 2 days.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
For the audio listeners, we both gave it mercy.
With giant foam thumbs up.
Foam thumbs up that we got free at our screening.
Because we went to the fan event.
We did. I didn't even know that I did.
I think because it was 7:00.
There we go.
Although your fan event was at 6:30, so they must have just had leftovers.
Yeah, honestly, they just like gave me stuff as I went into the cinema, and I said, sure.
Also, it was opening day, so I mean.
Yeah, they also had things for Wicked. Like the girlies in front of me were going to Wicked, and they got Wicked Lego.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Oh, you had to buy those.
Oh no, they got it for free.
The Wicked Legos, they're for sale.
No, they scanned their ticket and they said, "Oh, here you go," and gave them Wicked Lego.
That's crazy.
I know.
I
was like, am I gonna get one? And then they gave me a foam finger, and I said,
somebody just said they gave out a free Wicked Lego set. Ew, it's ugly.
Hey, I would kill myself for a free Wicked. No, it was in plastic.
Oh my god, it's so ugly.
You know that would be in my room.
You need to look it up. But I'm gonna send it to you. Okay. But so it was really funny because at ours they were handing out like the Gladiator posters and the foam fingers. And some girl came up and was like, "Oh, like, do we get like a poster or anything for the Wicked movie?" And the person's like, "No."
Shut up.
You don't.
That's so funny.
I just sent you the picture of the Lego.
I was gonna say someone messaged me. Oh.
Tell me how you really feel.
Like, yeah, I thought it was gonna be at least them.
No.
It's what, a flower and a tower?
I don't even know what the green thing is.
Is that a building in Oz?
Is it like in the Emerald City? Yeah. And
oh my god, Cynthia's gonna be pissed. They erased her.
Oh wait, it's Elphaba's bottle and Galinda's flower. Elphaba's bottle?
Yeah, you know in Wicked how her mom drinks the elixir and that's why the baby's green?
She's an alcoholic.
Her mom's just on the bottle.
But yeah, so yeah, apparently some girl must have been asking for those and they're like, yeah, you're not getting it.
Yeah, she's not missing that much. Okay, why is it Glinda's flower?
Her virginity?
Vag? Yeah. That's crazy.
Hot. Okay.
No, that's so hot.
No, but I feel like, maybe we should save this Wicked talk for another time.
That's so true. Stay tuned.
I don't know when.
I don't know when. But I also actually have another question that is mildly related.
Okay.
In your screening, did you hear any Defying Gravity riffs?
No. Were you in a theater near Wicked?
Yeah.
So I don't know what was next to my theater. I did step out to go to the bathroom. And so there was our theater, another theater next to it, and then the men's bathroom.
Gotcha.
In the men's bathroom, I could still hear Gladiator 2 theaters away.
Whoa, okay.
So we did not
so
hear
men won that
any
day.
Wicked.
Well, clearly Wicked was near the women's bathroom.
So true.
Yeah.
But also I think it was showing in IMAX and we only have 2 IMAX theaters.
Gotcha.
And they're across from they're not near each other.
Oh my god, Wicked and IMAX is crazy.
Fine. Yeah. But I was in the other IMAX theater, so we were not near each other.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I'm assuming you heard a lot of Defying Gravity riffs.
I did. And I loved it.
Oh my god. You were just like, that should be me.
That should be me. And it will be. It will be in 1 week.
1 week to the day. 1 week to the day.
Oh my god.
At this time, we'll have seen it.
Well, the world's going to change. I'm actually kind of afraid of what I'm going to be like in the...
The world's not ready.
I'm not ready. The world's not ready.
It is not.
But the world is ready for Gladiator 2.
I loved Gladiator 2.
I loved it. Oh yeah, what'd you give it on Letterboxd?
What did I give it on Letterboxd? I gave it a 5 out of 5.
Woo!
It's a mixture
certified fresh.
Of certified hot.
Oh yeah, also like it's a sexy movie.
As I say, I feel like the 5 out of 5 came from like a mixture of love for the original.
Yeah.
Love for this continuation and Paul.
For sure.
Yep.
So I gave it a 9 out of 10, a 4.5 out of 5.
Sure. And
loved.
I was going to say compared to your Gladiator 1 review, which was a
4.
Yes. Because mine was my 1 is a 4.5.
Yes. Yeah, no, really enjoyed, was captivated, immersed the whole time, which is wild because it's a 2.5 hour movie. Cast really did it for me. Also, yeah, I liked the little elements of fun that they added in. Like, that really got me.
They definitely
Also,
killed.
I was being annoying deliberately when I was messaging you throughout the first one, being like, it's just so gloomy. I just want a little joy. This one, honestly, less gloomy.
I don't think it was.
I do.
I also think that if
I think color grading's got better in the year of 2024.
Say that to anyone who's seen Wicked. They will disagree with you.
Yeah, I know. I've seen everything on Twitter. Also, watch your tongue, because I know someone responsible.
So do I, bet. But I was going to say, I think you would have disagreed, or you would have had a different opinion if you sat down and watched Gladiator 1 as it was intended.
I think it was intended in 5 parts over 2 days.
And at that, I think... no, I do think that your opinion might be slightly different if you just sat and like immersed yourself into the first one as well.
No.
Because you were forced to do that for this one.
That's true.
Like, you didn't have a choice. So I feel like if you did it for the first one, it might have had a different effect on you.
No, I still really liked it. I was just being annoying.
Yeah.
I was being like deliberately. Especially because
I'm just kidding.
No, because I put up such like a fuss about having to watch it.
I know, but I also was not gonna let you watch the second one. Yeah. I was not gonna let that happen.
That's fat. No,
I would have called AMC to cancel your account.
So I'd be like, sorry, we actually have no record of you. You put a photo of me outside that's front of the theater, they don't let me in.
Do not let this woman see Gladiator 2. But no, I know you were being deliberately annoying, also because it was like you were forced to watch it.
Exactly.
Which, tell me you're not thankful.
No, I am. But yeah, I feel like this one was a little more colorful.
They definitely had a lot more
vibrance.
I wouldn't say vibrance. I'd say like fun. Like
I meant like vibe.
Sure.
Vibe-wise, not necessarily
vibrance.
Wait, that's funny. Trademark that. Vibrance.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, I do agree with that. I think the first one is definitely very cut and dry, like what you'd expect.
Yes.
Whereas this
which
one
makes
sort of
sense. It's 2000, and it's the first one.
Has some things that you're like, oh.
That's what? The thing. The first one laid the land, they laid the formula, and this one could shake it up a little because the paradigm had already been established.
The first one ran so that this one could walk. Is that the saying? Or is it the other way around?
It's the other way around.
The first one walked so this one could run. Yes. See, to me, that doesn't make sense.
They walked, so they got the pace going, and now this one can speed off because we've already got the pace.
See, do you know how I'm interpreting it?
How? Oh, they did all the hard work so that the other ones could chill.
They did so much work so that the other one can chill. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the way I'm taking it.
Okay.
That's why I think it's that way, because that makes more sense to me too.
I feel like it's like,
but I guess if
they did this and now they're one-upping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's like they're traveling further because they can.
Yeah. And I feel like you can't learn to run until you learn to walk.
Sure. Yeah. But if you already know how to do both of them and you're running, you're doing more work than you are when you're walking. So I don't know.
That's true. Though also if you run in the rain, you get more wet than if you walk.
Okay.
Mythbusters taught me that.
You would know.
The hell?
You love hanging out in the rain.
Shut up. Don't talk about me and my job.
But I think that we can maybe like lay our foam finger
swords down.
Our
Yeah.
swords down. Our heads down.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
And call it a night.
I think it's time to call it a night because Annabel's camera died about 10 minutes ago.
Ooh. I think we're going to go to bed dreaming of the Roman Empire.
Absolutely. Every damn day and night. We shall be dreaming. Well, I mean,
I am.
Yeah,
You're a woman,
I'm not.
So.
I'm gonna not understand it.
Yeah, and it's not marketed towards you, anyways.
I don't.
The Roman Empire as a whole,
no,
was not marketed.
I don't think I would have done well there. Don't think it's for me personally. I would have actually been in the film.
Yeah,
there's no spot for me.
Very true. Very true. But yeah, I think it's time to go.
You've got dreams to have. I've got rights to lose. Let's go.
Best thing you've ever said.
Thank you.
It made me a little sick.
Really? Because it made me a little singer.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.